So imagine a cube 6 miles across, deep, and high, and that's how much lava came out.
Neil deGrasse Tyson warns a 100-foot wide crack just opened the Yellowstone Volcano. Welcome to Space Destiny, your gateway to unraveling the enigmatic mysteries of our cosmic universe. Join us as we explore captivating topics from the awe-inspiring wonders of space to the unpredictable geological marvels on our planet. With insightful research and expert analysis, we'll journey through the depths of Yellowstone's supervolcano to the farthest reaches of the cosmos. Subscribe now and embark on an extraordinary voyage of knowledge and discovery. In the western region of the United States lies Yellowstone National Park, a vast and iconic treasure covering 3,472 square miles across 3 states. This renowned park, established in 1872, attracts nearly 3 million visitors annually who come to admire its stunning natural beauty, including the famous Old Faithful Geyser, diverse wildlife like grizzly bears, elk, and bighorn sheep, as well as numerous hiking trails and hot springs. However, beneath the serene landscape lies a dormant supervolcano, the Yellowstone Supervolcano, residing miles below the surface. Although it has been dormant for approximately 70,000 years, scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson worry about the possibility of it awakening and causing massive disruption to the world due to its potential for a super eruption. Recently, the Yellowstone National Park monitoring system recorded an unprecedented event, a sudden 250% surge in activity, raising concerns among millions worldwide. This surge has led experts to speculate on the potential awakening of the supervolcano, prompting questions about the fragile balance of Earth's most famous national park. The magma chamber beneath Yellowstone occasionally erupted throughout history, with the last significant eruption occurring around 70,000 years ago, resulting in lava flows. While most of the eruptions have been smaller in scale, the remote possibility of a catastrophic super-eruption is why Yellowstone receives significant attention from volcanologists and experts. Guys, the magma lies miles below the park's surface, causing the ground to swell as it flows into the magma chamber. Between 2004 and 2009, the ground rose by approximately 9.8 inches due to this activity. But since 2010, it has started to sink, leading to speculations about a potential eruption in the near future. The concerns about Yellowstone's eruption intensity, given its recent period of gradual growth, are valid and have sparked fear and curiosity in the scientific community and the public alike. The consequences of a super eruption would be immense, potentially affecting not only the park, but also causing global impacts and changes that would alter everything we know. The big question is, what would happen if Yellowstone begins to show signs of trembling tomorrow? On June 13, 2022, the park experienced a 500-year flood caused by heavy rain and snowmelt, devastating parts of the northern and northeastern entrance road. The park swiftly responded, repairing damaged infrastructure and reopening sections over the summer. Recent subterranean activity has raised concerns about the potential power of an eruption. Over the last decade, the volcano has been rising at an unprecedented rate, and between 1,000 and 3,000 earthquakes occur in the area annually, indicating the expansion of the magma chamber beneath the park. Predicting Yellowstone's behavior remains challenging for geologists, as it has only seen 3 massive eruptions in the last 2.1 million years, with intervals between 600,000 and 800,000 years. The most recent eruption occurred around 640,000 years ago and left evidence throughout the park and the surrounding area, forming calderas, large depressions caused by the collapsing volcano. A caldera-forming eruption in Yellowstone would pose a significant natural hazard, being thousands of times more powerful than the 1980 Mount St. Helens eruption. The previous Yellowstone supervolcano eruption sent a deadly plume of hot ash, molten rock, and gases thousands of meters into the air, burying the area in pyroclastic flows and drastically changing the landscape. Overall, the potential eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano is a serious concern due to its destructive power and far-reaching consequences. Yellowstone caldera contains remnants of its most recent eruption in an area known as Lava Creek Trough, where thick volcanic debris remain. Geologists have identified evidence of at least 47 super-eruptions in Earth's history, indicating that Yellowstone is not the only supervolcano globally. Notably, the Lake Taupo eruption in New Zealand occurred about 26,000 years ago, and the massive Toba eruption happened approximately 74,000 years ago, leading to severe global winter and potential impact on the human species. Friends, typically, Earth has experienced one super eruption every 100,000 years, while minor eruptions resulting in lava flows and regular volcanic explosions are more common. In the case of a Yellowstone eruption, warning signs would likely include earthquake activity in the park, potentially weeks or months before the eruption itself. A super eruption would be considerably more catastrophic, spewing vast amounts of volcanic ash and material into the atmosphere, causing widespread damage. Scientists predict that an eruption of this magnitude would produce an umbrella cloud, spreading ash evenly in all directions. This could lead to several feet of ash covering in the northern Rockies, affecting states like Wyoming, Idaho, Colorado, Montana, and Utah, while the Midwest could also receive ashfall. Even a small amount of ash, approximately 3 to 4 feet, can have devastating effects on infrastructure, transportation, crops, and wildlife, leading to massive loss of life. The presence of significant earthquakes would help predict an eruption, and evacuations would be necessary as a clear sign of destruction in the park and nearby areas. Thankfully, while lava flows can cause harm, they are not as extensive as ash and would likely affect a limited area within Yellowstone National Park. Overall, a volcanic eruption of any scale would have severe consequences, underscoring the importance of monitoring and preparedness. Guys, volcanic eruptions can have an unexpected consequence on the planet, leading to a drop in temperature. During a large eruption like that of Yellowstone supervolcano, sulfur aerosols released can reflect sunlight back into the atmosphere, causing lower temperatures globally. The exact amount of ash and debris released during such an event is difficult to predict, but any volcanic activity sends particles into the atmosphere, resulting in a cooling effect. A super eruption from Yellowstone could significantly lower the planet's temperature for several years due to the release of sulfur aerosols. While this may sound beneficial considering the current global warming, the abrupt change to cooler temperatures could disrupt crop and agricultural production, causing adverse impacts. In a Yellowstone supervolcano eruption, molten rock beneath the surface would melt due to heat rising from the Earth's core. This would result in a production of magma, rocks, vapor, carbon dioxide, and other gases. The accumulating pressure would force the ground into a dome shape, leading to fissures forming around the borders. Eventually, the dissolved gas would be released through these fractures, spreading magma across the park. Friends, the consequences of such an eruption would be catastrophic, projecting a 10-foot coating of molten ash up to 1,000 miles away from the park and instantly affecting thousands of people. The spread of ash and gas into the atmosphere would disrupt air transport, similar to past volcanic eruptions. The chances of a super eruption in Yellowstone are currently very low, with no indications of an impending eruption. The odds of it happening in any given year are quite low, and predicting its occurrence is challenging due to a lack of a predictable cycle. Volcanic hotspots eventually fade out, and the opposing forces of heat rising from below and relative cold from the surface act on the magma chamber beneath Yellowstone. The chamber could eventually freeze and transform into a solid granite body if the heat from above decreases. Additionally, the volcanic hotspot beneath Yellowstone is progressively moving toward the northeast as the North American tectonic plate moves southward over it. The U.S. Geological Survey team conducted research published in the Journal of Geological Research Solid Earth, focusing on land uplift in Yellowstone. The study highlighted two recent instances of land uplift in 2013, 2014, and 2016, attributed to movements of molten rock beneath the surface that occurred 20 years earlier. Yellowstone caldera, situated above a reservoir of molten rock, consists of 3 volcanic depressions and 2 rising domes. Its vast size spans 30 by 45 miles, surpassing some countries like Bhutan, Rwanda, and Puerto Rico. Detecting significant changes in such a large geographic area can be challenging, but the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory continuously monitors the volcano and its surroundings for abnormal movements. Observations have shown periods of both rising and sinking, leading to the largest recorded rise in Yellowstone of over 5.9 inches in just 2 years. This movement, known as pyrogenic movement, has been observed clinically since the 1970s, with a total rise of 28 inches in the past 5 decades. The current rising and sinking are a result of underground magma intrusion that occurred between 1996 and 2001, causing the ground to swell between 2013 and 2014. A magnitude 4.9 earthquake briefly halted the rising, but resumed between 2016 and 2018. These movements also impact Yellowstone's water-related attractions, such as geysers and hot springs. Notably, Steamboat Geyser, known for having the most frequent eruptions worldwide, has been erupting more often, with 32 eruptions in 2018 and a new record of 48 eruptions in 2019. This increase in hydrothermal events is linked to the presence of shallow underground magma. While heightened geyser activity does not necessarily indicate an impending volcanic eruption in Yellowstone, it offers a valuable insight into the park's ever-changing geothermal features. Scientists are diligently monitoring and studying these changes to better understand the underlying geological processes and their potential consequences in the future. As experts interpret the enigmatic signs and prepare for potential outcomes, the destiny of Yellowstone and the world remains uncertain, leaving us to wait and see how the geological marvel unfolds. So guys, as we conclude this extraordinary expedition, we invite you to stay tuned for more captivating insights into the ever-changing universe and the mesmerizing wonders of our world. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss a thrilling episode.